I had a thought recently. I feel like a lot of times we disregard our feelings because of what society tells us, how we're supposed to behave, or what our family has decided is right or wrong. And I'm starting to I have questioned so many things in the past that I was raised in to believe. And one of those things that came up for me lately was seeking attention. And I know that I've always been that type of person to seek attention. But then I started to question, doesn't everyone seek attention? And I think people do it in so many various ways. But it really hit me when there was a kid that we saw on the beach who, I mean, he was like a grown adult. He was probably like 18, something like that. And he was completely covered from head to toe in like this wizard costume. And he had this like really long sword, and everybody's out on the beach in their bikinis, and he has like a hood over his face. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? And my husband was like, he's just trying to get attention, but he doesn't want anybody to talk to him. And I was like, that's so interesting. Like, we all try to get attention in different ways. And you know what's so interesting about that is we're humans. We need attention to survive. We seek attention as a basic necessity, because if we don't have attention, we are not loved, and we need to feel loved in order to live, in order to survive. I'm gonna move this closer. So, I don't know, I just wanted to talk about this because it's vulnerable, it's raw, and it's something that really needs to be talked more about, because there's a healthy balance of seeking attention for your basic needs, and then there's an unhealthy seeking of attention because your needs were not met as a child. And there's just different ways that we go about it that might not be for our best interest. And I mean, if the need if the need is not met at the basic level, then somebody is gonna really struggle to seek that attention. And I think that the reason this needs to be more talked about is because the next generation is growing up with social media, and there's already children, there's already little girls that are saying they want to be influencers on social media, and they're putting themselves out there, and they have no idea what they're doing. They just want to get attention, and that can be very corrosive to someone's self-esteem, because if they're not getting the attention that they want from hundreds and thousands of people online, then that's gonna destroy their who they are, their confidence, their internal workings of what their intuition is trying to tell them. So yeah, I think that this needs to be more talked about. So because it's a basic need, it needs to be fully examined by yourself, and ask yourself, why do I need this attention? And how can my need be met on a basic level without putting too much out there for others to destroy or it's just you want to keep a certain mystery about yourself, because if you're putting everything out there, then one, mystery is beautiful for the feminine, but also you're vulnerable. You're left vulnerable if you share everything. So it's very important to protect a lot of you, a part of you, and to make that sacred, to make that a part of your life that's sacred. So the reason that attention seeking might never be enough for you, I know for me at least, when I have sought attention in various ways, I've realized that there's a part of me from when I was younger, my inner child, that so desperately desires to be loved, to be seen, to be heard. And that's kind of one of the biggest reasons why I created my YouTube channel. And I don't have any shame around that. One of my good friends asked me when I first launched my YouTube, she was like, what caused you, what desire was there for you to create your YouTube? And basically it really just came down to me being able to express myself. And if I cannot creatively express myself, then I'm gonna be anxious, irritated, just not myself. And as a result, things that I try to express about myself to other people or my family, it just comes out in irrational ways sometimes, and it comes out just not in the right place to be able to talk about things, because a lot of times people aren't really in a space to hear every qualm that you have about life, or every idea that you came up with that day, or the new information that you learned. Yes, there are relationships for that, but there's only so much that any relationship, any friendship, any person can really handle from another person, especially someone like me who likes to talk a lot. So I wanted to expand my horizon and be able to talk to more people who are more like-minded, and just be able to help people with the information and the knowledge that I have gained through my experience. So anyways, in a way, that is attention seeking. That is like everything that I do for my YouTube is trying to catch someone's eye to make sure that they watch my video so that I can continue doing what I'm doing. But I'm still seeking attention. And so what does that look like when it's unhealthy? Well, when it's unhealthy, it is feeling like I'm not getting the right attention. It's feeling like I'm not good enough. It's feeling like the attention that I'm getting is not good enough. That's the thing, is when you're seeking attention and it never satisfies, that's when it's unhealthy. So how to fully heal this is to realize that there is a part of you when you were a little child that desired to have that sort of attention, and it was not met, and so therefore you're seeking it from other people, other relationships, other sources. And if it's not enough, then it's going to consume you constantly. And a lot of times we tend to go to one source that we find attention in, and if that's not enough, we move on to the next one because the other one wasn't good enough. And we kind of distract ourselves from actually realizing that that's not healthy for us. So in order to be a healthy version of attention seeking, we need to be able to look at why we're doing it. We need to realize that it's a symptom of what's happening internally. It's basically an indirect expression of what's going on inside of us. So I think that if you can look at, or I know that if you can look at what the root cause is of to why you're seeking attention and why it's not satisfying you, and you go back and trace it back to your childhood, then you can realize that there's some healing that needs to happen, and that healing can happen through meditation. I've talked about this in numerous videos. My most recent video was you're talking to your inner child, and there's also a video on meditation. I talk about how to meditate. So if you go back to those, you can follow the steps in how to really heal that inner part of you that was hurt when you were younger. And then when you can heal that part of you, you can show up in a way where you're seeking attention, but it's in a healthy, expressive way where you're meeting your needs and you're being able to be a light and help progress the world into a better place, which is what we all really desire to do as humans. So quickly, I'm going to tell you how to optimize yourself so that you optimize the attention that you're getting. So I believe that when we better ourselves, and that's in all facets, whether that is health, spirituality, knowledge, education, things like that, when we work on ourselves in all areas and we make ourselves a well-rounded person, we are not only more attractive, but we are able to put ourselves out there to the world in a way that is, one, authentic, and two, is optimizing your ability to get the attention that you desire. A lot of times we get stuck feeling like we're not good enough, or we're not getting the attention that we want because we are trying to seek the attention and it's not coming to us, and we don't understand, and we get depressed. And that's a simple fix. You just have to focus on yourself. And I've seen so much content out there where people are saying, focus on yourself for 6 months and see what happens. Like, if it just takes 6 months, that's incredible. It's taken me, I don't know, like, I would say that I am not where I am. I would not be where I am now if it wasn't for the things that I experienced in the last 3 years. But I will say that in the last 6 months, I really have committed myself to improving my health, how I look, how I communicate, the information, my relationships. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to say like 6 months is the exact time frame that you need, but a lot can happen in 6 months if you're really committed. I had a baby 6 months ago, and I can truly say that I am happy with my body and I'm confident wearing a bikini at the beach. So I think that 6 months is a good amount of time to really commit yourself to bettering yourself. In 6 months you can heal your gut. In 6 months you can get stronger. In 6 months you can look how you've always wanted to look. And I'm not saying looks is all what it is, but it is a huge factor in seeking attention. And not only that, like, people see your aura, they sense your energy and who you are about yourself. So it's usually a direct correlation. If you're feeling good about yourself, if you're healthy, if your internal feels good, then your external is going to show that. Your skin's going to be clearer, your aura is going to be glowing. People are going to be attracted to you because they want that same energy. So when you really work on your inside and you work on bettering your health, then your external will show and will attract the things that you desire, whether that's money, status, friendships, opportunities. All of those things are connected in all aspects of bettering ourselves as a whole. And I'm not just saying like color your hair or start exercising. I'm saying like all of the aspects. Like if you're really truly in a place where you want to better yourself and where you feel like it's time to improve, then you're gonna do it in all areas. It's not gonna be just one thing. If all of the other areas, if you're focused on one thing and on all the other areas that are lacking, then there's something inside that's lacking. And that's a whole other video. But if you can just focus on yourself for a certain amount of time and really improve in so many ways, your confidence will grow, and then you'll be able to attract the attention that you're seeking. And it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing to seek attention because it's a basic human need. It just has to be done in a balanced manner, if that makes sense. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you like seeing this kind of content, please subscribe. I really appreciate all of you who have watched my videos and have stuck around, and the people that are new here that have subscribed. I'm really excited. I just passed 500 subscribers, and that was a huge feat for me. That was something that took, I feel like, forever, but I'm so happy that you all are here and that we are having conversations on a daily basis. So anyways, thank you so much for all of you, and I really look forward to hearing from you guys in the comments. If there's anything that you want to see more of, please write it in the comments. I think my next video will be on something to do with health. I'll have to look at my notes. But anyways, thank you so much. I hope you have a blessed night, and I will talk to you all soon.